Engineering 101, your little black book to get through engineering in only 4 years with Alive and Thriving. My name is Khushi Sonar and I am the president of CCCW. In this series, we are going to interview the most talented engineers from from the graduating BTech batch of 2022 of Cummins College of Engineering. We'll be discussing about their internships, projects, and placements. So let's get started. Welcome, Mansiri.
Hi, Khushi.
Hello, how are you?
First of all, like, thank you for featuring me on your Engineering 101 channel. So it's really great pleasure to have tell about my experience on engineering. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. So tell us something about yourself. Describe yourself in a few words.
So hi, I'm Mansi Shinde. I'm full-time associate at Walmart Global Tech. So I'm working here as a data engineer under Global Data and Strategies team. So it's been a month now. I have joined this corporate world, and like it seems often awesome to me. So like adapting this new normal to work virtually everywhere, like meeting your manager, working in a team. So it's very awesome and very nice experience. So let's see how it goes.
That's great. So what did you do during the 4 months of lockdown? Did you gain any new skills? Any online
Yeah,
classes?
so like many things I done in this lockdown period. So first of all, like it was not sure like this lockdown will be 4 long months period. So it was not like decided like I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll work on this. So like it started with working on my B project, which was on compiler design. So we did this project under Dr. Uday Khedkar, who is professor of IT Bombay, professor under CSE department. So it was related to compiler design, and so like we even participated in IBM Hack Challenge, which was also for 4 months. So basically, this was very different hackathon. So usually hackathons are for 2 days, where you have to build whole project or partial project, and then showcase it to the experts, where they judge you like how is it and how is it not. So, but this was totally different. They had boot camps and courses as well, where they introduced us to IBM Cloud and its services, how we can use it and all. So that was really awesome. And then they even told us to do some courses so that it would be very helpful for our IBM Hack Challenge. So these 4 months were totally productive for me, like learning new skills, knowing more about IBM Cloud, and then working on this project. And it was really very like tough also at the same time, like to communicate with your team members and then tell them like how are we going to go about it, check with them like whether they are doing or not that things, because in-person experiences are totally different, and then virtually connecting with them is totally different. So it was one of its kind experience. And like I'm very happy to say that we were in top 30 teams for the final round out of 4,500 participating teams. So yeah, that was a great achievement for us. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it as a final winning team, but we are happy to be in top 30 teams. So that was one experience. And then we even participated in many project competitions where we showcased our B project, that is compiler design project. The most difficult thing that we faced here was to convince the examiner that how worthy our project is, because being a research project, it's really very tough to help people to understand how complex the project was, how impactful it was. Because see, it was not like we were producing any fancy results as you see in AIML projects, where they have graphs and something like that, animated kind of stuff, or AR VR kind of project. So it was like just it would tell you like what is the result on your terminal, and it would not be any as such colorful thing. So telling the complexity of it was a little tough and challenging for the examiners. So that was one of the things that we learned, like how we should showcase our project virtually through virtual platforms. So that was really good learning thing. And moreover, I did many coding practice as well. Like there used to be lead code daily challenges, like 21 days of challenge or 30 days of challenge, where they used to give you questions from easy, medium to difficult level in the whole month. So that was also very helpful for me to brush up my coding skills and all. So to be with the pace with the competitive programming, because you never know, like you can get opportunity anytime. So like always you should be with the pace. So that thing. And apart from all this technical stuff, I even did yoga meditation, like 21 days of meditation challenge, where they used to tell you to sit for 15 minutes and do something and those things. So this all things really helped me to build myself, be it technical wise or be it interpersonal skills wise, and help me to understand myself more better and better. And yeah, so I always kept myself doing things like do this, do some project or do some hack challenge or do some yoga only or do some dance only. By the way, I do nice Bharatanatyam dance as well. So we used to have classes also virtually. Yeah, so Zoom classes we used to have, still having it. So like I kept on doing one or the other things, never kept myself idle. So this for my 4 months journey.
Great, and
Yeah,
congratulations too.
yeah, thanks.
Okay, Manjali, so let's start with the basics. What
Okay.
made you choose engineering? When did you plan that you are going to start your
Yeah,
education?
so my journey of working on computer started when I was in fourth standard in school. So that time, like computer was a subject which was introduced to me in fourth standard. That time they used to tell us to do small activities like open Paint and do some drawing or something like that, or open Microsoft Word or write some essay, your favorite essay, or like write a letter and then do formatting to it, something like that. Or in Excel they used to tell us to make your report card, build your report card and generate percentage, something small activities. So I really used to enjoy that. And even I used to integrate the things, like something which I painted, I used to copy paste it in Word, or same with the Excel, I used to insert it in Word, so something like that. Like, so I used to enjoy doing these things. So like apart from this, I even used to play a lot many computer games, online computer games related to makeup or some puzzle kind of games. They were very famous that time. So like computer was really best friend of me. I used to work on computer like whole day playing games or doing like this stuff. And apart from that, we even had this QBasic and Flash, HTML in our higher classes, example 8th 9th standard, where they used to give us assignments like do some kind of animation stuff and show us. So I used to enjoy that and used to do something complex kind of animation, and people used to like appreciate me, wow, it's so great. And then I used to feel more confident, wow, I'm really enjoying this field. And so this how I landed up in computer engineering. And still I enjoy debugging the errors and finding out how it works, because actually you start learning things when you actually debug the things. So for example, when you are stuck at some error, you debug it. So while debugging, you come across more new things, you learn them also, and then you resolve the error as well. And then that remains in your mind, like if such error happens, I'll do this, I'll do that. You can explain people as well that. So this is how you learn, you debug and learn new things. So this is how I landed up in computer engineering.
That's fun. That's fun. So, do you remember the first day at CCW? What did you do on your first day at CCW?
Yeah, it was really memorable one. So actually, I stay in PCMC area, like Pimpri Chinchwad area, and for coming to college, I used to travel 25 kilometers. So initially, I used to travel by bus because I was not like well fluent with driving scooty for 25 kilometers. So I used to travel by bus. The first day was like first experience of traveling by bus all by myself. And like it was really different experience, like the bus is totally overcrowded, and then people hit each other, and then the ticket collector comes and asks you for ticket. So actually it was very fun experience for me. And then in that situation only I came to college, and it was totally different. Like being a girls college, you will see girls everywhere, and the class also full of girls. So like it was totally different. And then yeah, it was like ordinary only. Like I interacted with new people, made friends, came to know about new topics, new teachers, interaction with everyone. So that was it.
So, what all things did you do in your first year, and what all activities did you participate in?
Yeah, so the first few months of engineering, especially first year, went in like understanding curriculum and how exams will be graded, and like what all things we are going to learn in our 4 years of engineering, and all those terms, like getting acquainted with the engineering stuff. it went in that, because even teachers were new to get acquainted with the autonomy thing, because as our batch was the first autonomous batch, so they used to experiment with us, like whether this subject will be better for them, whether this topic will be better for them. So we also used to get confused, like, is it okay, should we study this, should we study that? So there was a lot of mess at the starting phases, but later on we get acquainted with it. And then there were many workshops and sessions which were conducted by the seniors. So the most best workshop which I attended in this 4 years was related to augmented reality, which was conducted by the seniors, by the Pi Ladies Club, I guess. So why was it best? Because in these 4 years I never saw any senior conducting augmented reality workshop. It was one only the thing which I attended, and it was like really awesome. She taught us in a very better way, in a hands-on experience way. We did actually made augmented reality projects, small projects. So like it was a very fun filling experience. And so that was the best workshop I attended till now in my 4 years of engineering. And apart from it, there were various clubs and workshop which we as a team with my friends, we attended it. We even joined many clubs like Pi Ladies Club, and then Code Club. There was, I guess, Google Development Club as well, Developers Club as well. So like many clubs were there. We used to be members of that club, and then used to attend their sessions and workshops. And then being a first year, so there used to be technical fest, innovation, and then Gandhar, which was really interesting. Gandhar. So like cultural festival it was. So we used to participate in each and every event of it. Even technical also, we used to participate in each and every event of innovation, be it coding round, be it ideation, or be it something. It was like you have to build some project and then tell it to the experts what is it about and how it will be impactful. So we participated in many things, like be it workshop sessions and technical fest and all.
Tell us about the online courses you have done and how they have played a significant role in your engineering life.
Yeah, so the first ever online course that I did was of machine learning by Andrew Ng. So it was like very worth it. Came to know about all the fundamentals of machine learning, algorithms, and how actually the things are working at the background. Even the neural networks, he used to explain it in a very step-by-step manner, how actually everything is happening at the back end, and actually building the neural networks from scratch without using any libraries, Python libraries. So it was like very informative course. And like my motto was not only to do the course, but for the sake of getting certificate, but also implement that whatever you have learned in the form of doing projects or participating in hackathons and challenges. So so after doing this course, we participated in Microsoft AI ML challenge. So which was related to like you have to improve the Bing search engine of the Microsoft, and for that you used to use this natural language processing tools. So apart from machine learning things which I have learned in this course, I even got to learn new things related to NLP. So that was a good experience. So like I would suggest to you all, like whether like whenever you do courses, online courses, just not do it for the sake of getting certificate, because these certificates are not appreciated anywhere, not even in your corporate world, not even by your professors, no one. So it's only for your satisfaction, like you have done this online course and you have some proof with you. So it will be appreciated when you implement this project. And if you post it on your GitHub link and then tell your friends, your networks, like I had done this kind of mini project, and would be very helpful if you give me some feedback how I can improve in it. So like in this way you can build your network with people, get build teams, your small teams in doing the projects, get some inputs, and then take this mini project to a high level project where you can showcase it in some challenges and hackathons. So that would be a very good experience. Like I have learned the courses in this way only. So like the same way, the courses which we did for IBM Hack Challenge, whatever we learned in the courses, we implemented it in our project. So in that way. So that was my experience in online courses.
That's great. Mansi, looking back, do you think there are certain things that you wish you had done in your first and second year, or things that you wish you had done differently?
Yeah, so that is about the competitive programming. Like we were introduced to competitive programming in the third year, where companies used to come for internships. So that time we came across what is this competitive programming, what actually people are doing, how kind of sums they solve for cracking the coding interviews, or for securing some rank in some this coding platforms like HackerRank or HackerEarth or CodeChef on all those platforms. So if this thing was introduced to us in first year or maybe in second year, where we actually start with our core subjects in our branch, so that time it would be really actually helpful, because people out there, they are very like very much into this competitive programming. They are so much like practicing in that they are securing so much great ranks in these platforms, like we are actually nothing like that. So because it was introduced to us in the third year, when companies are actually coming for those things, so maybe actually if it would be introduced to us in second year, or maybe I would have come to know about it in second, it would be more helpful, like. But no ways, so I'm still practicing it.
Yeah. So, what did you enjoy the most and the least in
Yeah.
these 4 years of engineering life at Cummins?
Yeah, so the most interesting years in these 4 years were the second and the third year. Why? Because the second year is the year where you are introduced to your core subjects, where you actually come across all the things, be it operating systems or data structures or networking or any Java programming languages. So it is the thing, it is the year where you come across so many opportunities, and where you get a chance to explore yourself, or what are you going to do in your future, you whether you are liking the data science stream, or whether you are liking operating system stream or data structure stream. So that is most of the main year where you should be focusing, and that was a year where I enjoyed a lot, because we participated in many projects, and we were part of many clubs, and we organized many events as well for our college. And it was the time where we as a like we made many friends as well, and used to go for movies, or you can say for lunch or something like that. So that was also most memorable year, I could say. And that was the year where we interacted a lot with our teachers, our professors, got many insights from them, like how we should go about it, how we should learn data structures in a more better way. So second year was the best year, I could say. And third year, why? Because it's the year where you are introduced to new things. For example, competitive programming, you can say what actually people are doing outside, where you're introduced with the new companies you are coming, like you get to know about more companies in that year. So I think like as a stepping stone for a computer engineer, second and third years are the most interesting and most important years of their life. And the least year is the obviously fourth year, because we didn't get to do anything in the fourth year. Everything went in the lockdown period only, and couldn't experience our cultural phase, nor our technical phase, nor our what we say farewell, nothing. So I should say that fourth year was the baddest year for me in engineering life. And I
Yeah,
hope
we can
we
understand.
yeah. So we were planned, like we planned many things for the fourth, like whatever happens, we always say like we will do it in fourth year, where everyone will be free. We will do that time, we'll do that time, and then that time never came. So yeah, so that was the least yeah, baddest
Yeah.
year, could say.
As you mentioned that you are a part of many clubs, can you tell us more about the clubs?
Yeah, sure. So the most like I was part of code club since the second year, where I was very active in the code club. I used to volunteer many events of it, where I used to even teach sometimes to the juniors, like first years and even second years of my class. So like I was very active participant of code club, and then I have become a coordinator as well of code club, where we organized as well many sessions and workshops for the juniors. So that was one thing. So code club was the main thing. And then second thing was Google Developer Students Club, which was organized, like it was done by like Drishti Jain, who is a senior. I don't know you know her or not, but she was very famous at that time. So she developed this club, Google Developer Students Club, and I was member of it. And then I used to work with her and also take workshops on Android development projects and introduce it to juniors. So these two were the main active clubs for me. Apart from it, I was just a member of other clubs. For example, Pi Ladies Club was there, Mozilla Club was there. So I used to just volunteer their events or be member of their events. So like what main important thing I learned from this club is like how seniors actually conducted and managed everything, how they used to talk with the students, how they used to teach them in a better way, more than the teachers, in a friend to friend way. So these all things which I learned, and I also implemented it when I myself organized these workshops. So yeah.
Great, great. So, during your 4 years at CCW, did you face any challenges? How did you overcome them?
So you won't believe the challenge which I faced was of coding. So because see, you will be seeing like most of the people who opt for computer engineering are from bifocal background, like they have done something in coding in their 11th 12th standard. So because they were introduced to this programming, coding, C++, sometimes Java as well in their junior college and only. So like I was not from bifocal background, so I was not knowing anything about this coding programming languages, nothing about C and C++. So it was introduced to me directly in the first year, where they directly used to start from how to write a Fibonacci program, where there is recursion and everything. And then I used to like every time fumble with the syntax and the logic, and why there is this condition, why there is that condition, why is it happening recursion, why can't we do it in a simple way. So, and you know, like how our professors are, even if we ask the simplest doubt, they never used to clear. They always used to think us that we are only dumb. You only search for yourself. We can't answer this. So like in the starting stages of this coding, I used to fumble very much. So then later I started reading this Let Us Say book by Kanitkar, I guess, and Dennis Ritchie. Like one C programming book is there by Dennis Ritchie. These two books are really awesome to start with your C programming language, where they cover everything, like how actually compilation is happening at the back end, how all compilation phases are happening at the back end, how each of the things syntax which you call print statements or scanf statements, how actually they are working at the background. So everything was clearly given in this book, so which really helped me to understand how actually everything is happening. And then I started to do codes which were mentioned in this Kanitkar book. So they used to give some problem statements and then used to tell us to do that code and see how it works or how exact result is coming. So I used to started enjoying it. And then this is how I started to learn coding by myself. No online courses, not joining any like coding classes or something like that. Everything I did from myself, because I felt like unless and until I start to do self learning, I'll not be able to do this coding. So starting from books I did, then I started doing coding practice on HackerRank as well. And then this is how I started to practice coding, and still now I'm practicing it to be in pace, so that I don't forget whatever I've done in these 4 years. So like this was the main challenging thing, and then I overcome it in that way.
Great. Thank you for being so transparent. Thanks. So,
Yeah.
next, what were your favorite courses in college?
Courses were first favorite was of this quantum physics, which was taught by Vikram Atle sir, because he taught it in a very interactive and very nice way. The way he expresses the things was really fascinating. And so first thing I was liking was quantum physics, and till second year I was liking that subject only. But when data structures was introduced to us and operating systems were introduced to us, so then I started forgetting this quantum physics and was more acquainted towards our core subjects. So then data structures was my main favorite, because not because of teacher, the way she taught, she was never my favorite, but the way I started learning data structures by watching various videos, YouTube videos, then blogs and posts conducted by various people, how actually they are working at the background, these data structures, for example, linked list, how it's working, or the they used to explain it in a very like real life example way. So data structures was my one favorite. Then operating system was favorite. Why? Because I used to be very fascinated like how this operating system is acting as a brain for a computer like machine to handle each and every task, to operate so many programs or multitasking at the same time. So how it is doing. So operating system was one my main subject, favorite subject. Apart from it, I even like data science using statistics, which was the foundation for machine learning algorithms. So that was my one favorite. And even network security and in network and information security, I guess, which is taught by Mengale sir, I guess, because he used to teach it in a very nice way using this blackboard and chalk, where people actually never teach it. They just show the presentation and then see like how the things are working. But he used to teach us using blackboard, so it used to be very nice. And that, and apart from it, he also taught us this generating the IP address, 32-bit IP address. Using same blackboard, so that were very interactive sessions. So that were the main this what I could say favorite subjects which I liked, which I enjoyed actually attending the classes, as well as searching, like exploring myself on the net.
So, can you tell us about your internships and projects?
So internships, like first in the second year I did one marketing internship. So like it was like Intact, but there is one like Intact startup, so which had developed one mobile app, and our job was to do marketing about it, like tell people how useful that app is, why they should download it. And that was not successful actually, but it was my first marketing internship, and I got to know that I can't do anything in marketing, so I should not go in that field. So that was my first internship. And then second was like I did this also, like this summer schools and summer trainee also. Like summer school I did in Persistent, where they taught us about data structures in a more detailed way. And then summer training also I did, which was in iot.in COEP college. So where they used to teach us like how you can run Raspberry Pi virtually on your Linux operating system. So that was something different, and that I learned there. And then the fourth internship was in Walmart Labs, where I'm working now, right now, as a full-time associate. So the last internship or main internship of my life was at Walmart Labs. So there also, like I worked under data engineering team only. So especially on big data platform, I worked there. And yeah, so like got to work on Hadoop ecosystem and all the technologies related to Hadoop, for example, Hive, Spark, and Scala. So all these technologies was introduced to me, and I worked hands-on on it. So all in all, it was a great experience working at Walmart. So Walmart as a firm got to work on their huge big data, which gets collected from the walmart.com websites. So yeah, how actually like big data, like you like if people tell you like big data, what are the big data issues? Volume, velocity, and variety of data. So actually I got to know about it more when you actually look like how huge the volume of data is, how variety of data comes. So when you actually visualize it, that time you come to know like what are the big data issues. So yeah.
Thank you for that. Also, how was your first day in a professional work environment? How close or far was the reality from your expectations?
So I never expected that our joining or the onboarding will be virtually. Everything was on Zoom. So if it would be in person, it would be totally different and very nice actually, I think. But the recruiters and the hiring managers, they actually made our onboarding very super smooth. They had variety of games for us where we could interact with other people, where we could interact with the leaders and share their experience, like how was their journey and all. So everything was virtually only on this Zoom, like the way we are doing right now. So it was on Zoom only. And but it was very interactive. Like they conducted various games for us, like shark games, you can say Shark Tank games, or infinite loop games, where it's a team player game where they conduct small teams, breakout rooms, you can say, on Zoom. So where we used to interact with each other and then find solution how we can do. So this is the way how we got to know each other virtually by playing games, and also got to know about how leadership skills. And there were very things, like there were various trainings for us during this onboarding session, like how you should communicate with the people virtually, how you can clarify the doubts virtually. So like it's really total new experience. Like in person it's totally different, you can directly go to that person and ask your doubts and clarify your doubts. But virtually it's actually very different. You have to know like when that person will be free, when we can connect with them, when we can have meeting with them. So let's see how it will be acquainted. But I never thought that my actually corporate life will be in this way. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
So don't know when this COVID will end. But if it not ends, then I'll see myself in this way only, virtually seeing everything. But if it ends, then obviously I see myself at a good post in Walmart. And after that, I'm planning to do my masters as well. So so apart being technically good, I should say that I should always see myself as a good person, like a helping person. Whenever like being myself, I'm very open minded. Like you ask me whatever, I'll tell you in a very open minded way. And I think I should be like that only. Be helpful, and like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So as you mentioned that you plan to do your masters after graduation, so tell me more
Yeah.
about it.
So graduation in the sense like, so I'm planning like 2-3 years I'll do job, and after that I'll do plan for masters in computer science only. But let's see in which field I'll major, like depending on that situation, like which tech stack is more famous, or which branch of computer science is more like in a boom. So based on that I'll choose my specialization course. But I'm planning to do in computer science only, and that also masters not in India but abroad, because I feel like there are a lot more opportunities in abroad, apart from India. So let's see how it goes.
All the best for that.
Yeah.
Also, last but not
Thank you.
least, what advice do you have for your juniors?
So there are many so I would say like, always be open to opportunities always come to you, no matter in any way you can say. And as everything is happening virtually, always try to explore new things. So I could say like LinkedIn is the best platform for you to explore new opportunities. You come to know like what people are doing, what projects are they working on, or where are they placed, how are they placed, how was the interview. You can see if they're placed in a good FANG company, you can see. And on which open source projects people are working. And if that subject really fascinates you, how, let's see like how you can contribute to their projects. And so in that way you can build teams also with them. So I think like, LinkedIn is the best platform for computer science engineers to explore new things, explore new opportunities. There are a lot of things which people are posting on their corporate sites. For example, in Google sites, they are posting like what all new things they are, what all new technologies, what all new products they are building in future, or they are building, or they are working on projects. So yeah, keep on exploring things, never stop learning. So always think yourself that you are in a learning phase, keep on learning new things. Okay, and so like that's it. So keep on exploring things.
Thank you so much. This was a very helpful interview for us, and thank you
Yeah.
for being so transparent. I am sure our girls will be very happy to see this interview. Thank you so much for joining us
Yeah, yeah,
today,
sure.
and all the best for your future.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for featuring me. I'm very feeling very blessed to be part of this program. So thank you so much.